Imagine two people starting from nothing. Same city, same opportunities, same economy. But 10 years later, one becomes financially free. The other stays stuck in survival mode. What changed? Not luck, not talent, not connections. It was their mindset. In 1937, a man named Napoleon Hill interviewed more than 500 successful people, including Andrew Carnegie, Henry Ford, and Thomas Edison. He spent over 20 years studying one question: what makes people truly successful? The result became one of the most powerful self-development books ever written, Think and Grow Rich. And today, we're breaking down the most life-changing lessons from this book in a simple, modern way. Because this isn't just about money. It's about building a mindset that attracts opportunity, confidence, discipline, and success. So if you're tired of feeling stuck, watch this video until the end. One idea from this book could completely change your future.
Chapter 1. Desire. Every achievement begins with one thing: a burning desire. Not a wish, not "it would be nice," a real obsession. Most people say, "I want to be rich," but deep down, they don't truly believe it. They don't commit to it. They don't sacrifice for it. Successful people are different. They become emotionally attached to their vision. Look at Elon Musk. People laughed at electric cars. People said reusable rockets were impossible. But desire is powerful because it keeps you moving, even when reality says stop. Napoleon Hill says you must define exactly what you want. Not vaguely, specifically. How much money do you want? What kind of life do you want? Who do you want to become? And then you must create a deadline, because goals without deadlines become fantasies. Write your goal down. Read it every morning. Read it every night. This may sound simple, but repetition programs the subconscious mind, and the subconscious controls your actions more than you realize. Your mind is like a GPS. If you don't enter a destination, you'll wander forever.
Chapter 2. Faith. Most people lose before they even start. Why? Because they don't believe they can win. Faith is not religion in this context. Faith is self-belief. The ability to see success before it physically appears. Think about athletes. Before they win championships, they already see themselves winning in their mind. Successful people mentally live in the future before it arrives. And this matters because your brain follows your identity. If you constantly say, "I'm unlucky," "I'm not smart enough," "I'll probably fail," your brain starts acting accordingly. But if you repeatedly feed your mind confidence, vision, and certainty, your behavior changes. Your energy changes. Your decisions change. This is why affirmations work when combined with action. Not fake motivation, but intentional mental conditioning. Hill believed that thoughts mixed with emotion become powerful. Fear creates failure. Confidence creates momentum. And the scary truth is, most people spend more time imagining disaster than success.
Chapter 3. Autosuggestion. The words you repeat daily shape your future. That's autosuggestion. Your subconscious mind absorbs repetition, which means every day people are programming themselves without realizing it. When someone constantly says, "I'm broke," "I can't do this," "nothing ever works for me," their brain accepts it as truth. Eventually, it becomes identity, and identity controls behavior. This is why successful people protect their environment carefully. They protect what they hear, what they watch, who they spend time with, because negativity spreads fast. Modern media profits from fear. Social media profits from comparison. And most people unknowingly poison their own mindset every single day. If you want a better life,
start speaking differently. Not delusionally, but intentionally. Replace "I'll never succeed" with "I'm learning how to succeed." That single shift changes your mental direction.
Chapter 4. Specialized Knowledge. School teaches information, but wealth usually comes from specialized knowledge. People get paid based on the value they provide. That means learning high-income skills matters. Sales, marketing, communication, content creation, investing, leadership. The internet has made knowledge free. You can literally learn almost anything online. Yet most people spend hours consuming entertainment instead of upgrading themselves. Successful people treat learning like an investment. And here's something important. You don't need to know everything. You just need to know something valuable extremely well. Think about creators on YouTube. Some people make millions simply because they mastered storytelling, editing, or branding. Knowledge becomes power only when applied. That's the key. Not consuming, executing. Chapter 5. Imagination. Every company, every invention, every billion-dollar idea started in someone's imagination. Before Apple created the iPhone, it existed only as an idea. Before Netflix existed, streaming movies sounded ridiculous. Imagination allows you to see possibilities others ignore. Most people live based on current reality. Successful people create future reality. And creativity is now more valuable than ever. AI can replace repetitive work, but imagination? That's human power. The biggest opportunities often come from combining old ideas in new ways. So ask yourself, what problem can you solve? What can you improve? What can you create? Your imagination may be worth more than your current job. Chapter 6. Organized Planning. Dreams without plans stay dreams. This is where most people fail. They want success, but they avoid structure. Successful people plan aggressively. Not perfectly, but consistently. And here's the truth. Your first plan will probably fail. That's normal. Failure does not mean your vision is wrong. It means your strategy needs adjustment. Most successful businesses failed multiple times before winning. Walt Disney was fired for lacking creativity. Steve Jobs was removed from his own company. Temporary defeat is part of success, but average people quit too early. Winners adapt. Chapter 7. Decision. Indecision destroys dreams. The longer you hesitate, the weaker your confidence becomes. Successful people make decisions faster, not recklessly, but courageously. Most people stay stuck because they fear judgment, they fear criticism, they fear looking stupid. But every successful person looked foolish at some point. If you wait until everyone understands your vision, you'll wait forever. The world rewards action, not overthinking. Chapter 8. Persistence. Persistence is often more important than talent, because talent without consistency means nothing. The hardest part of success is not starting. It's continuing when results are invisible. This is where most people quit. The gym? Business? YouTube? Investing? People stop too soon. Success usually happens after long periods of doubt and frustration. Think about bamboo. For years, it barely grows above the ground. But underground, the roots are expanding. Then, suddenly, explosive growth appears. That's how success works. Your invisible effort matters, even when nobody claps for you. Chapter 9. The Power of Environment. You become similar to the people around you. Your mindset is contagious. If everyone around you complains, avoids growth, and thinks small, eventually you'll think the same way.
This is why successful people build strong circles. Napoleon Hill called it the mastermind, a group of people who challenge, motivate, and elevate each other. Today, this matters more than ever because digital environments affect you too. Who do you follow online? What content do you consume daily? Your brain is always absorbing information. If your feed is full of negativity, your life slowly becomes negative. Protect your mental environment like your future depends on it, because it does.
Chapter 10. Fear. Napoleon Hill believed fear is the biggest obstacle to success. Fear of failure, fear of criticism, fear of poverty, fear of rejection. And most fears are imaginary. People suffer more in imagination than reality. Think about how many opportunities people avoid because of fear. Starting a business, posting online, speaking publicly, changing careers. Fear creates prisons, but confidence grows through action, not thinking, action. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's movement despite fear. Chapter 11. The subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind stores repeated thoughts and emotions, which means your daily habits matter more than occasional motivation. If you constantly consume negativity, drama, anger, and distraction, your subconscious becomes chaotic. But if you consistently feed your mind discipline, focus, and vision, your identity changes. This is why routines matter. Morning routines, workout routines, reading habits. Success is rarely one giant moment. It's small, repeated behaviors over time. Chapter 12. The Secret of Money. Here's the truth most people never realize. Money follows value. Not wishes, not excuses. Value. The more problems you solve, the more valuable you become. That's why entrepreneurs make money. That's why creators make money. That's why skilled communicators make money. Focus less on chasing money and more on becoming useful. Because wealthy people usually think differently. Average people ask, how can I make money? Successful people ask, how can I provide value at scale? That single mindset shift changes everything. Modern lessons from Think and Grow Rich, even though this book was written decades ago, its lessons are more relevant today than ever. Because modern life is filled with distractions, short attention spans, instant gratification, comparison culture. Most people are addicted to comfort, but success still requires the same things: discipline, focus, persistence, belief, action. Technology changed, human psychology didn't. Final message. Imagine where your life could be 1 year from now if you became more disciplined starting today. Imagine what happens if you stop doubting yourself, if you stop quitting early, if you start protecting your mind. Most people underestimate what consistency can do over time. A better body, a better income, a stronger mindset, a completely different life, all built one decision at a time. Think and Grow Rich is not just about getting rich financially. It's about mastering the way you think. Because once your mindset changes, your actions change. And once your actions change, your future changes. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more videos about mindset, wealth, discipline, and self-improvement. And remember, your current situation is not your final destination. The life you want starts with the way you think. Thanks for watching.